Hello, my name is Timothy Tamora, and welcome to my MDS timeline. We're going to go all the way back to 2007, when I first enrolled at Boise State University. The question was, do I get a degree in respiratory therapy, or do I go for something that's a little bit more broad? That's when I stumbled across the multidisciplinary degree. I felt this made me a well-rounded person and able to study multiple subjects that would be compatible for multiple facets throughout the world. After I got enrolled, I got into my MDS 300 course. This is the first class that you have to take in order to complete your MDS degree. In this class, excuse me, we developed and executed our SMART goals. We'll get into that a little bit later. We then created an individual degree plan. This was to help us stay on track and graduate in a timely manner. Again, we'll focus on that a little bit later. In between my MDS 300 and MDS 495, I took multiple other courses, such as leadership courses, communication courses, and ethics. All of these led up to my final course, MDS 495, where I got to do my service learning project, which we'll discuss a little bit later as well. Then we'll talk about how I'm going to transition everything that I've learned into real-world application. So now let's move on to my outcomes and goals. These are SMART goals. These are tailored to my interest. These are specific goals, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're relevant to what I'm looking to accomplish, and they're within a timeline that is respective of my daily activities, such as being a full-time father, a full-time employee, and what seems to be quite relevant, a full-time student. These goals ranged anywhere from teamwork to effective writing, effective communication, ethics, multicultural perspectives, and problem solving. I was a little taken back on how I was going to be able to grow in some of these areas since I was taking online courses, but to my surprise, I was able to get a lot out of the courses that really improved my teamwork, my effective communication, and my problem solving. Growing up in Southern California, I felt I had the advantage for multicultural perspectives. I grew up in a very diverse area that helped me gain knowledge of different cultures and diversities. And taking globalization really broadened that aspect of multicultural aspects in life as well as diversity. And I felt it just made me stronger when associating with other cultures. Here's a little gauge on where I felt I grew the most. Teamwork I chose was the highest, which is a little difficult to understand when taking online classes. But each course had group projects that needed to be done. In these group projects, we did videos, much like the one I'm doing now, that had to do with whatever that coursework project was. In this, you had to trust your team partners to get the work done in a timely fashion. You had to trust that they would have your best interest when correcting what you had already done. You had to build relationships and time frames that were achievable for everybody. And this is why I felt problem solving was another area that helped me grow. Because of these aspects and different time zones and taking online courses, we had to problem solve to find time frames that were suitable for each individual in the group. Not only do we have to find suitable times to work together, we had to work around people's school schedules, work schedules, and family lives. I felt this really helped problem solving grow to the next level. We used applications such as Google Docs and FaceTime, a lot of text messaging, which really helped with our communication. Communication is key to almost everything in life: relationships, work, school, and becoming effective in communication is key to growth. And I felt that this course really helped me do so. In terms of ethics, Professor Conrad was right on the money. He helped me grow in ethical ways that I didn't think I could grow anymore. I thought I was a very ethical, sound person. I thought my virtue was as good as any's, but he really showed me what it meant to make the right decision for the greater good. This brings me to my individual degree plan. IDP, or individual degree plan, is hands down one of the greatest tools that I came across while joining the MDS program. With this, I was able to work with my academic advisor to handpick courses that were tailored to my needs. We picked courses such as Communication 341, which increased my ability to communicate more effectively. It also helped me see the nonverbal cues of different gestures being used and continue consciously not sending the wrong cues myself. Taking this course helped me get more comfortable or less uncomfortable, which I don't know if that's really apparent based on this video, but I do feel like I'm able to enter any type of room and read the mood, the setting, and understand that if people are offended or not. We then tailored other courses such as applied leadership certificate courses. I felt that these courses would help me grow as a manager, as an individual, and as a father. I felt that these leadership courses would set an example for my kids, would help me inspire the people that I work with, and would help me overall grow into a better leader, which would then help me grow in my career to becoming a director of respiratory care services. These classes help gain the knowledge of learning how to problem solve, communicate, um, help me build teamwork through cultural adjustments and academic disciplines to improve the way that I work with my associates. It also helped me build a strong foundation by understanding how or why people lead. The COID 400 course expanded the knowledge of business analytics, financial accounting, and economics, which I feel is crucial in my line of work. This is an example of what my IDP looked like, or my individual degree plan. This was 100% accurate. Each course was taken when I said I was going to take it. I had no trouble getting the courses that I needed, and it really helped me stay on the right path to finish my degree in a timely manner. I can't say that the outcome would be the same without it, because it really held me accountable to make sure that I stayed on track and graduated by the time that I said I'd graduate. So I'm hands down, the IDP is a very great tool to use when going back to school, especially after taking a couple years off. My service learning project. My service learning project was a great experience. During my service learning project, I was able to apply new skills that I've learned through all the courses I've taken in a real life setting. It helped me connect experience with my academic subjects. I was able to, on the fly, develop critical thinking skills and integrate those with the team that I was working with. Not only that, I was able to build positive relationships throughout the whole community and empathy and respect for others. I think this is a great tool when going to school to be able to apply what you're learning in real life experience, because I think it helps the foundation of what you learn grow twice as much as it would if you did not do a service learning program. Some of the things that I did in my service learning program are here. On the left-hand side is one of the meetings or agendas that we had to follow. In the middle is one of the policies that we rewrote. There is a huge issue on low census, which we'll get into that at a later date. But here we were able to implement a new policy that actually boosted the morale of the department overall. And when morale boosts, patient care becomes a lot easier because when you come to work happy, you do happy work. On the right hand side is a picture of Cell Saver. This is another policy that we started working on to retain and gain new associates for Cell Saver in its own. Now we go into the future on what this MDS program has meant to me. I couldn't be more excited for what the future has planned. I felt that the multidisciplinary studies degree has helped me gain knowledge in areas that weren't there before. My mindset has changed drastically on education, on career goals, and on growth in general. Because of this class, I'm now planning to go to LSUS to get my graduate's degree in an MBA, Master's in Business Administration. I plan on not stopping at being a director of respiratory care services and looking towards maybe becoming a COO or CEO, maybe a CFO, depending on how things go, and then just continuous growth. It's kind of addicting, the feeling of bettering yourself and the community around you, and most importantly, setting the best example I can for my family. Thank you again for taking the time to listen to my presentation.